Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We have a ton of content coming out for you guys all the time. Our usual shout out of appreciation to our patrons. We appreciate all those tips and support. It's just going to go towards making the channel better. And it feels really nice to us that we are getting tips from you guys from time to time. If you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description of the video down below. I hope all of you patrons are enjoying those exclusive videos we're putting out for you guys every single week. Already got this week's videos filmed. I'll be editing them soon and posting them, probably before this video even airs. And if anybody has any strategies, questions, anything they would like us to see, to film, be it on craps, on blackjack, baccarat, pai-gow, our crossfire, Vegas Vice series, please email us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. That being said, I'm going to go into today's episode. Today's episode is another one of those Iron Cross variants. Now, this one I am, well, most of the time with a strategy, I'll say, all strategies have their strengths, have their weaknesses, and have their pluses and minuses, and nothing's necessarily bad or good. And I'm going to be honest with you, this strategy is idiocy. This is an actual strategy that I dealt to the other day that everybody was absolutely flabbergasted to see. It was just wow. Just absolutely wow. And then after the player lost and left the second time, one of my friends actually went, wow, that strategy, I can't believe he lost. How could he possibly lose? And another friend of mine, maybe the third time this player did their bet, a friend of mine looked at me and went, oh, this is going to be a video, isn't it? Well, here it is. So this is less of a instructional, let me showcase a strategy, as more one of those rant videos that I do based on an actual player that I saw. So this is how it worked. Again, it was an Iron Cross, right? Our Iron Cross variant. So we'll just say the point is 9. It wouldn't matter what the point is. They'd either have a pass line bet with odds or they would place it. I think most of the time they had a pass line bet with odds. So if the point was a 6, then they would just do these two. But I want to show their Iron Cross. Now, the thing about this is they would constantly switch it up. Sometimes they would do they wouldn't do anything up here. They would do a $10 field bet or a $10 minimum table. Then they would hop the easy 6s, hop the easy 8s, and hop, say, the 4-1. So the 3-2 was still wide open. The hard 6 and hard 8 were still wide open. So it was an Iron Cross that they were deliberately leaving openings to have rolls that would just lose. Wouldn't win anything, would just lose $21. Other times, the player would do a 6 and 8, and then hop the 4-1, or sometimes hop the two-way 5s. Now, we have covered something very similar to this in another video where you hop. They were hopping the 5 instead of placing it, and we were showing how that was kind of silly. This player was about as random as you can get while still being within a set strategy. They were within the Iron Cross, but they were as random as could possibly be. They might hop it. They might only hop a piece of it, a 4-1. For some reason, they never hop just the 3-2. It was either the 4-1 or the two-way 5, and have these bets, or they wouldn't have these bets at all. They would hop a two-way, an easy 6, an easy 8, and then maybe they hop a 5. Sometimes they wouldn't do the 5 at all, but still had their field bet. It was mind-boggling. Like, what exactly is your methodology here? What is it you were trying to do? Now, there was one remarkably silly thing that I'm going to cover in a minute, but I actually want to cover the one thing that they did that was actually smart, that actually made sense within an Iron Cross. They might, if they had their $2 hopper, so let's say they had their $2 hopper, and now let's say a 10 rolls, right? So they lose their hop. They would get paid their $10 the first time they got paid in the field, because even if they placed the 6 and 8, they never placed the 5 to start with. They would have a hop. As soon as the field would roll, they would immediately place the 5. And now at this point, they would stop with the silly hop. And they would now play a classic iron cross, except for the fact that the units aren't high enough. If a 5, a 6, or an 8 rolls, they're winning $4. Yay! That's why the classic iron cross is 3 units of each, while 2 units in the field. The 5, 6, and 8 are always higher unit-wise than the field. If you had a 3-unit field, then you would probably want a 4 or a 5-unit place bets on the iron cross. But at this point, this is where the player would actually start pressing things. As the next field number would hit, they would throw in $2 and say, press my 6 and 8. And now maybe the next hit of one of them, they would say, press my, go up to 30. They throw in another $1 so they could get their field. Now maybe maybe a 10 rolls again, so they're going to get paid. And they're going to look at this and go, okay, you know what, I'm going to press up my 5. They would slowly press. They actually didn't collect until they got these bets up to typically $50. They would look at pressing to get these up to $50. Once they got these up to $50, their field bet became a green, $25. Now it was a classic iron cross that actually made sense. You're going to win greens no matter what, which, okay, that's not bad. You start winning greens, that's not bad. Another thing that was really mind-boggling to us was this player would bet perfectly proper, $12 6s and 8s, press them $6 at a time or $12 at a time, go up to 18, go up to 24 maybe, or 30. But then as soon as they hit 30, they completely forgot what a proper unit is, and they just started pressing at $5 each or $10 each, and then their bets became improper. And then they were absolutely shocked when we would tell them, hey, if you drop a couple extra bucks, then you can make it proper and it pays you better. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that's great. Yeah, here you go. Like, how do you know that it's in units of 6 up to $30, and then forget once they are $30 bets? Like, all of a sudden, did they cross over to $5? I don't know. It was just weird. Now, I promised to show you guys what was really mind-boggling to us. So here you go. When they didn't have these bets, like I said, on occasion they would do a $5 easy 6s and a $5 easy 8, maybe a $1 for one on the hop, or maybe a $2 two-way 5s. But there was a stretch where this player did the following. $10 easy 6s, $10 easy 8s, $10 two-way 5s, and a $30 field bet. This just utterly boggled our minds. It was just insane. Because if a field number rolled, if a 3, a 4, a 9, a 10, or an 11 rolled, this was a push. At this point, they were banking on the 6 and 8 to roll, so that they could, or 5, 6, or 8, easy to roll, so they could win a whopping $20. Because they would win 50 here, because that would keep their action up, but they would lose their 30 there, so they would win a whopping $20. A whole $20. And if a hard 6 or a hard 8 came, they would lose it all, because they didn't even have all day hard ways. It was just utterly baffling to us. Then there was a time period where they were doing it this way. Same thing, only now they had a $50 field bet, because I think they got tired of winning $20 when one of these rolled, so they figured they're going to they got tired of pushing on the other rolls, so they decided to press that up to 50, figuring, oh, that'll solve the push, and now I'm going to start winning more. Well, unfortunately, these 3 numbers right here cover almost half of the possible combinations of dice that are not 7s, right? It covers 14 of them out of 30 that are not 7s. So these are actually more likely to roll, right? So if a 5, a 6, or an 8 rolled, they would lose $50, but they would win $50, so they would push. If another field number were to roll, they would lose 30 here, but win 50 there, so they would once again win $20, unless a 2 or a 12 rolled. But again, if a hard 6 or hard 8 rolled, once again, they take it in the shorts. This was just an absolutely baffling strategy to see. This player played on our table for extended periods of time, 3 different times over an 8-hour period. This player played for 8 hours across different tables, across different games. He would lose a ridiculous amount of money after buying in a couple of times on his, frankly, silly strategy, and then he would leave, go probably to another pit, win on some other game. I don't know what he's playing, Bach, Pai Gow, Blackjack, roulette, who knows. Or he'd just go hit the ATM, I don't know. Then he would come back like 30 minutes later, try it again. Lose again after an hour or two, and leave, and come back. And it was insane. So, pardon the rant, but this is just the kind of just baffling strategy that I have to show people. This was just insane. I got to show somebody. So I hope you guys find this, I'm not going to say interesting, illuminating, or enlightening, but maybe amusing, entertaining. But I hope you guys enjoy it either way. If you guys don't like these kind of videos, my silly strategies that I see of real players, let us know in the comments or let us know in an email. I can certainly thin these down a little bit. I personally find them interesting, so I thought you guys might. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you very much for watching. And with my usual outro, bye now.